So far, you may have only used the UC library to meet your friends, or to check your email, or to print out a paper at the last minute. But I can guarantee you that before you graduate from UC, you will have to do some library research. In fact, you have an assignment in this very class that will require you to use the library. I'm Barb Mackey, and I'm here to make your life a little easier. You are going to learn 5 things during this presentation. We have some great research resources that you can access anywhere. We'll look at one of our most popular resources, Academic Search Complete, a database that contains thousands of articles on many different subjects. You'll also learn how to recognize what we call a scholarly article and how to cite your articles in your assignment. Your assignment today requires that you find at least 2 or 3 articles using a topic from your list, and at least one article must be scholarly. You will need to complete a worksheet comparing a scholarly and popular article, and you will have to cite those articles. If you are a note taker, now might be a good time to get out a piece of paper and a pencil. Whenever you see the Bearcat photo, he is indicating an important term or a URL or a link that will help you finish your assignment later. You could Google your sources, but usually you won't get the same quality and reliability that you get through the library. And there's another problem with Google. Sometimes authors don't want their material to be freely available on the web. But through the library you can get the full text. As an added bonus, some of our library resources will actually do your citation for you. You may be working on this assignment late at night, at the library, in your dorm room, at your parents' house, or even in your off-campus apartment. When you work off campus, you need to know how to access the library resources so that you can search them and get full text. Here's your first Bearcat reminder. It's a good idea to write down this URL because we're a very large library system with many gateways, and this is the best place to start your research for this assignment. This mini video will show you how to log on to the library's resources if you are off campus. The off-campus access link on the library's website will give you both a login button and the option to log in using the secure campus network called the VPN. If you forget, just look for the How Do I icons on the library's website.
Welcome, and thank you for using the University of Cincinnati Library's online tutorials. In this tutorial, you will learn how to use off-campus access. Off-campus access allows university faculty, staff, and students to access the library's databases from their own personal computer. First, select the off-campus access in the Quick Links tab. Next, select Login for off-campus access. Now enter your 6+2 username and password. This password is the same for Blackboard, OneStop, and off-campus access. Should you encounter a page looking like this, simply press Continue to this website. Your computer will not be harmed. After entering your credentials, you should have the library's home screen reappear on your screen. From here, you have full access to the library's resources. Thank you for using the University of Cincinnati Library's online tutorials, where your answers are only a tutorial away.
Okay, now you're ready to go. One of our most popular article resources is a database called Academic Search Complete. You can use this database to find both popular and scholarly articles on many different subjects. You can connect to this database right from the Articles tab on the library website, or by using the Articles quick link on the left. Notice that the Bearcat is telling you to write down a few words. These terms will help you get back to this resource when you're ready to do your assignment. If you started by putting all of your ideas into one search box and got 0 or very few results, you might be thinking that there are no articles written about your topic. But that's usually not the case. Library resources are a little different than Google. You will have more success if you break up your search into the most meaningful words and put them into separate search boxes. Try this instead. Start by putting nutritionist in one box and career in the other. This will find articles that include these exact words, but if the article is using jobs or occupations instead of careers, those useful articles would not be found. I'm going to add those terms and type "or" between them, so either of them will be found. You see that I typed an asterisk after career and job. This is a wild card that means find anything that begins like this. Sometimes search results may surprise you. For example, when I did a search for jobs or careers for audiologists, many of my results were about doctors' offices and were way off topic. By using "not" to exclude the word offices, I ended up with much better results. Try to be flexible when you search library databases and vary both your search terms and the way you combine them. Okay, now you've found 92 articles. But how can you tell if these are scholarly or popular? And what is a scholarly article anyway? It's a funny thing, but scholars might use 4 different terms when they refer to scholarly articles. You might encounter any one of these when you search library resources, so you should be familiar with all of them. As the Bearcat suggests, you might want to take note of these terms. And this next video from the University of Cincinnati Libraries really gives you the whole scoop on the meaning of scholarly.
In magazines or newspapers. For this tutorial, we'll highlight 5 main differences. First, to see if you have an academic journal, check for an abstract. Abstracts are short, to the point, powerful statements that describe the larger work. These usually contain theses, scope, purpose, or a conclusion of the larger work. Another way to focus in on academic journals is to highlight the author. Many academic journals are written by specialists in the field. Look for an academic credential associated with the author's name, such as PhD, MFA, or MBA, or their association to an institution of research. Next, academic journals will contain footnotes or a bibliography to provide the audience with where they receive their information. Most academic journals contain a large bibliography. When searching for academic journals, look for statistical data such as charts and equations that support their article, as well as a specialized vocabulary that is only commonplace in their field. Look for these noticeable differences when reading an article. Finally, another way of separating an academic journal article from newspapers and magazines is the use of advertisements. Many journals contain little or no advertisements, whereas magazines and newspapers make their income predominantly from the sale of advertisements. If you have any further questions, see any library help desk. Thank you for using the University of Cincinnati Libraries online tutorials, where your answers are only a tutorial away.
Back to your result list. If you look carefully, Academic Search Complete will even help you to separate the academic or scholarly journals from the popular journals, which we generally call magazines. This can be a very useful shortcut. Now that you're an expert at identifying scholarly or academic articles, I think you will find it easy to identify popular articles. These usually appear in magazines or newspapers that have attractive covers, eye-catching photographs, and appeal to a very wide audience. Most are available at newsstands, at your local pharmacy, or even in your local grocery store. Once you've located an article, you'll want to retrieve and read the full text. First, look for an HTML or PDF link somewhere underneath the title. These are your most reliable links to full text. If HTML or PDF aren't available, then look for the article linker or the Find It icons. These try to link you to the full text in other databases. It may sound confusing at first, but we are really trying to get you to the article you need wherever it happens to be. Here is what these full text links look like in the database when you are searching. Notice that you can also limit your results to only full text articles if you wish. Please remember that not every article will be available in full text in every database. Now it's time for a checkup. At the very least, you should have these items in your notes, and these should help you get started on your article research. When you start to compare a scholarly and a popular article, look carefully at the full text. Scholarly articles will often have multiple authors, long bibliographies, and lots of pages. Almost every article in Academic Search Complete will have a short abstract or summary, so you can't always depend on this to identify a scholarly piece. You will have to investigate the article itself and carefully answer the questions on your assignment. Have you ever been in a meeting or in a group where someone repeats your ideas as if they were their own? When this happens to me, I get angry because I'm not getting credit for something I think or something I've done. Even more importantly, when you use scholarly sources, you are showing everyone that you really are part of this scholarly community and that you can communicate just like other scholars. You are judged by the company you keep. If you cite excellent sources, then that makes your paper look even better. Different disciplines use different citation styles. APA and MLA are two of the most popular citation styles used for documenting sources in college-level research papers. APA style is primarily used by scholars writing in psychology, education, or in the social sciences. MLA style is used primarily in English and foreign languages. Your professor will usually specify which citation style you should use for your assignment. Lucky for us, the database Academic Search Complete will actually do your APA or MLA citation for you when you select the cite icon on the right. You can also select a citation style when you save or print an article or when you email it to yourself. By now, I hope you've discovered that through UC Libraries, you can access resources that are often more focused, more scholarly, and more complete than those on the free web. For additional information, look for the How Do I icons on the library's website or visit our YouTube channel at UC LIB Instruction. And if you still have questions, ask one of our friendly librarians.